Hello everybody, I've got a very short blog for you today, but I thought I'd do it because if I don't do it now, it won't get done. This is about something we built, well, the transformer we call it. I built it, I expect it's probably over 20 years ago now, and it's been used periodically. We built it to go out when we were fitting playgrounds, and it was a means of getting across wet and dirty ground. You could carry it fairly easily, and it just saved hiring equipment all the time and did a few numerous tasks. I'll show you what it is first, and then we'll come back and talk about it in a minute. So here we are, the transformer. Now, it's not the swiftest piece of kit. It does take a bit of time with the hydraulics and that, but you know, it is what it is. It's got us out a lot of trouble lots of times, and it spent a year on the rally field, did everything up there we wanted, but it's something we don't use very often, and that particular year it stayed there all year, and it wasn't a problem. Just sat outside and under the hedge, and I went to it with no hope of starting it really, and turned the key and away she went. So it never fails to start. You just turn the key, bang, away you go. It's got to the point now though where you're just not using it. You know, you can see by the green on it. It's been stood out for a long time. It hasn't deteriorated really, but it could do with a bit of love. So I'm going to give it a new home. Somebody wants to buy it, and we'll get rid of it. Well, not get rid of it. We'll pass it on to somebody that's going to care for it a bit more. It's something anybody could make, and there's no real big engineering skills to it, but you know, there's so many ways you can use it. And dumper's a marvellous thing, really, because it's built very strong and you can do things with it. Anyway, I'll tell you a bit about it. I'll give you a tour, and you'll probably understand it a bit better then.
So there it is. I bought this dumper. I bought it as a dumper in 1996. So it's quite a few years ago. And we didn't use it as a dumper very long before we took the body off it and fitted a loader on it. I thought that would be more useful. So it still had its own skip that could be put back on and just drop the loader off. We've actually bolted on the 4 pins. It goes on the tilt and get the front back there. But we never took it off. It was just so useful. It's got a hydraulic organ there, taking out post holes. It's got forks on the front. It'll lift a ton easily. Over that you've got to start thinking about it, but it will shift stuff around. It's got a fair bit of tilt on it. The only thing it hasn't got is self-leveling forks, which you've got to think about it. We made it so that it was universal. It was made for going out on site, and it was carrying equipment across wet places, and we could use it for fencing, or mainly it was used for putting in place with some of the big lump trees. It's got a fair bit of reach. It was got probably 12-foot tipping height, which is enough for any equipment we put in. It always starts. It's very easy starting just now. Never a problem. And you can leave that for 12 months and go drink and it starts just the same. It's got a tank on the back. I don't know what it carries. It makes a good ballast weight, and you can also carry it on site with concrete. So it's a universal tool, really. Everybody laughed when I built it because, as usual, you know, it will never work, but actually it did work very well. It got called a transformer, and it's looking a bit green and dilapidated now because it's probably stood out for 2 years, but it's done good. Anyway, it's leaving me now. We don't use it enough, and I offered it somebody for the price I wanted for it, and he accepted it. It's going as good, so I thought I'd just show you a bit more of it. There she is. I was sorry to see it go. We've got 4 forklifts here. We just never use it. And we don't go on site to use that now. Even we didn't. Anyway, there we are. The transformer. And for another life again. That's going to be good.
Well, the tour wasn't as clever as I thought, because with the engine running, the sound isn't very good. But anyway, hopefully the explanations I put on the screen will tell you what it is. It's, as I say, it's gone and got us out of trouble a lot of times. Lots of people have borrowed it different times to put posts in. I often thought, we used to do a lot of fencing and built a post rammer and various things, and I often thought that it'd be great to fit, if we could have fitted a post rammer on it as well. Post rammer, raw auger, forklift, could have put a stake carrier on the back where the water tank is. You know, it would have been a fantastic piece of kit. But by the time I got around to building that, I'd actually finished with the fencing. We used to do a lot of high tensile, tornado high tensile fencing, and it was a good tool. I had the post rammer we used to take round on the back of the Unimog, which was, again, a good tool for it. But I think this dumper setup would probably be more accessible than the Unimog. You could certainly get on and off it a lot easier, and you got more vision because you're looking straight down on it. It couldn't be better. The loader assembly as it is, if we'd probably played around with it a bit more, we could have made it so that was a click on and off job, and you could have clicked on and off a post rammer just the same. So, you know, there's vast potential there for something that's very cheap, really. It costs you tens of thousands to build that as a new machine, but by using stuff that is past its sell-by date, it works very well. Anyway, that's that one. It's supposed to be going later this week, and as I say, I'll be sorry to see it go, but it's time it went. The next thing is a little bit of a guessing game for you. I'll show you what it is. I'll explain more when you've seen the film to go with it. So here we go. Well, did you guess what it was going to be? It was. I had an Arctic trailer out in the field, which I finished with it. We used to have a lot of Arctic trailers, especially when we had the unit, the tractor unit to pull them around with. I had 14 trailers at one time. We used to load them up. They were used for storage. We'd take them out to site. We had an accommodation block in one of them, bedrooms in another. We had the transporting trailer, the step frame. We had a flatbed, 40-foot flatbed. You know, we could shift just about anything really, and we used to shift some unusual loads because some of this plough equipment was funny shape. But anyway, that the unit just had no use for it, so I sold that probably a couple of years ago now, and you know, yes, I miss it, but not very often, so I don't regret selling it. But anyway, the trailers were surplus to requirements. They would never have tested again. They made good stores for us, but once the wind had got at the curtains and the curtains had shredded, they weren't a lot of use. And I couldn't give the thing away. It was, nobody wanted it. Just, you could tow it away. It would have towed quite safely for a few miles, but you wouldn't want to go up the motorway. And eventually I offered it to some scrap people, and I said, you know, do you want it for scrap? And I had to really twist their arms to take it. We have cut one up before, mine, and they are horrible. You know, it's a real labour to do it. But having said that, when they did take it away, 2 of them came out, and half a day it had gone. But I took a few pieces off it for my own use, and one of the things I told them to leave was the 3 axles, and that's what you've seen. So the trailer, which was worthless, fine, it's gone, tied it up, which is what I wanted, but I got 3 axles, which I put on Facebook and I sold immediately. So so I finally got some money for my trailer. So Dean's got the axles, he's going to build some barrel trailers with them. No problem, they're big strong axles, you'll never break them, got good tyres on, got brakes, and you know, hopefully he'll make some money on it. Then he might come and give me another £5. Okay, I think that's all for today. I've got another blog I've got to do. I've got quite a lot of film on the Nuffield, the little tiny Nuffield, and I'm going to do that one very shortly. It's not quite finished, but I've got to the point where I don't want to do any more to it. Somebody said my hat looks like, I look like Papa Smurf, so what do you think? Papa Smurf? Could have that day in a bit, I suppose. Yeah, if I tinge my face blue, I should be all right, shouldn't I? So anyway, so this is Papa Smurf saying cheerio for now, but I've got another one coming up shortly. So, you know, they're like buses, my blogs. They come along in numbers once they start. So I'll have another one for you at the weekend, and see what else we can think of. Okay, look after yourselves. Bye for now. Cheers.